What is going on, gamers? This is crazy. I've wanted to do something like this for so long, and I finally, for the past, you're going to think I'm crazy, but literally 9 hours, I've been working on it, and it's done. It is done, and it looks so freaking cool. In this video, I'm going to show you how I did it, what I used, all the techniques, and I kind of hope that this video goes nuts so that I can continue to make more of them, and people enjoy them, because that's what I like to do. I like to make videos people enjoy. But yeah, dude, this is so freaking cool. It looks so good. It looks so freaking good. It's got that gloss finish on it. It's got all the distressing, just like the game. Yeah, it's got some awesome like distressing stuff going on. Got the black there, the ropes, the stuff on the head. It's sick. Now, if I was to wear this, which I can wear it, it just looks silly because the eye socket on this. If I was to do this like super legit, I would probably build my own coif for this and not use a purple ski mask. But aside from that, dude, I have no negative things to say about this. Let's go ahead and get into it. Thanks for watching, man, and make sure you hit the like button and consider subscribing if you're not already. Let's go ahead and get into it, guys. All right, so here we go. I've got my coffee, I've got my grapes and my oranges, and I've got my sketch. So I've got the picture pulled up on my phone of a screenshot in game of kind of, essentially what the Ladybug armor looks like. But I wanted to fit my face, so I laid my glasses down to kind of get a rough idea of my face size, because I have no other way of figuring out what the heck that is. A lot of this is going to be, speed through, and I used my memory card 3 times and 3 camera batteries to film this whole thing, but we're gonna try and make it through there. So I'm trying to like draw out where the where the cord holes go, and get some of the finer details, kind of get an idea of what I'm going to end up doing here. Fast forward a little bit of ways, flip the camera over, zoom it in. You guys can see a little bit more of what I got going on here as far as the sketch goes. And now we're getting into coloring everything. So yeah, I just wanted to get a real good idea of the size, the scale, the colors, the shading, the shadows. Pardon my phone there. This pencil sharpener, by the way, kicked my freaking butt. Look at that. You can see freaking red lead everywhere. Yeah, I don't know if it was a pencil or the Dollar Tree Crayola like sticks I was using. I don't know. It was just a pain, man. All right, fast forwarding through the remainder of the coloring process here. We're going to get right into the part where I start building stuff. All right, here all I'm doing is pretty much cutting out my design so I can use it for a template on the actual foam once I get it laid down. Using scissors for this part, and then when I go to cut out the middles, I actually went to my wife's office and found this little pink X-Acto knife, which halfway through this I ended up, going on a Walmart trip to go get some better tools and utensils and things, because yeah, between that pencil sharpener and this little pink X-Acto knife, I was struggling. Yep, but there we go. She's all cut out. Oh yeah, I gotta poke the holes now. All right, finally, here we go. We're getting to some foamage. So I'm taking packing tape and I'm wrapping it around on itself, and gonna cut out like a little sleeve here. You can see I got a lot of foam left over, so I can still do quite a bit more projects. Didn't really use much of it at all. Trying to find the best way to like kind of trace this thing out. I tried like shading. I was like looking around the garage, maybe thinking I had like spray paint or something, but then I was like, oh god, if I spray paint it, that could probably ruin it. I got your typical little utility X-Acto knife type of thing here, just whittling away at it. Wrote an F on the front and a B on the back. Thinking about that in hindsight, I probably could have just wrote an F on the front, because then I would have just process of elimination knew which one the back was. But I digress. And oddly enough, no fingers or toes were lost in the creation of this Ladybug armor. I'm actually quite impressed with myself. But yeah, my table took some damage, at least before I went and bought a mat. Alright, this is the part where I went to Walmart, took a little bit of a break, and went to go pick up some tools and extra things here. So it looks like, yep, here's the mat that I got so I wouldn't cut up my table anymore. Styrofoam head, so I could have something to put this thing on. Picked up the Dremel tool there for $20 at Walmart. Comes with like a million things. We also got some E6000 glue, X-Acto knife, fabric magnets, a yard of black fabric, and some paint brushes. Alright, time for an angle change. Here we go with the freaking Dremel tool. Now that we got the thing cut out, we got to go through and round on all the edges. And I have this thing on speed 1 out of 10. And it's still like trying to spit this freaking foam out of my hands. Like, as far as like if I don't grab onto both things extremely tight, it's trying to like yoink it out of my freaking hands. But all in all, I didn't really do any damage outside of what I really wanted to do. I did get covered in white substance. Yeah, it was a lot of fun though. It went really well, smoothing all the edges out, adding some texture. Yeah. In this next part, I was trying to come up with different ways to hold the form while I blast it with a heat gun. Because the way that this EVA foam works, especially this stuff is specifically made for cosplay armor and things. You just heat it up and form it how you want to, and then it will stay however you bend it. But I couldn't really come up with something, so I just started kind of holding it in a circle and heat gunning it and seeing if that worked, and it did, but it just like didn't really work how I wanted it to. So I got a little creative here with some ropes to kind of, you know, hold the shape I wanted to, and just kind of heated it up and let it cool down, and it worked out great. All right, and now we are done forming it, at least kind of. Now it's time to go to the Plastidip, which we are using for a base coat. Paint sticks a lot better to Plastidip than it does to the foam. So a couple coats of this give us a nice like plasticky type layer. Which is going to allow our acrylic paint to stick to it a lot better. All right, and here we are applying coat number 2 after I let it sit and dry for about 20 minutes or so. And yeah, it's turning out great. It's a little bit more bent at this point, but yeah, it's turning out great. All right, now I'm trying to cut out the fabric for what will go behind the eyes to give that whole, you know, black mask type of underneath look thing that you get from the Ladybug armor. So I probably did this like the most complicated way possible. I mean, I even like at the end of all this, I still ended up going back and cutting more off of it. But yeah, it ended up in the end working out great. All right, on to the painting process here. I'm not very artistic, but this is something I've always wanted to do. I want to get into painting. And this is a great way to do it with this and the miniatures I'm going to be painting for our little D&D campaign. But yeah, this is worked out great. The first coat, obviously, it's got a lot of brush strokes and a lot of see-through stuff on it, so I knew I was going to have to do like 2 or 3 coats, and I think I ended up doing 3, not including all the other stuff I did to it as well. All right, now we're slapping on the second coat of paint, which actually ended up turning out fantastic, but I still ended up doing an additional 3rd coat after this. I did mix up, you could see a couple different shades of red there, but I believe I ended up only just using the regular red, so I wasted a little bit of paint there, but that's okay. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm just trying to get creative with it. But at this point, I'm really starting to see it come together with the red and the black, and I was kind of freaking out a little bit, not gonna lie. And 3rd coat time. You can really start to see once I start putting paint on here that we're really starting to get that fullness. Oh, my stupid phone, Jesus Christ. Shut up, phone. Lord. But yeah, we're starting to get rid of all the remaining black from the Plastidip. And yeah, this is the final coat I ended up doing, I believe. Absolutely. So at this point here now, we kind of missed out on a section where I took the Dremel tool and I carved little, you know, distresses and stuff into the into the mask, and I cut out the holes a little bit better using the Dremel as well. But yeah, I looked up at my camera and the battery had died. So I was like, oh man, I've been working for like 30 minutes. But either way, yeah, adding some orange. I looked in my craft drawer and found some yellow, so I made some orange, adding a little bit of orange in here, getting all that reference from the original photo. And yeah, it's looking freaking sweet now. All the painting and detailing is done, so it's time for the Mod Podge clear coat. Coat number 1, just hanging it from a little dangly thing that I found, and it went pretty well. After the first coat, I realized I should probably open up the garage door. So you can see the first coat is dried here, set for about 15 minutes. Just apply another quick, thorough second coat, and we're good to go. All right, we are back in the house here, and once again, the battery on my camera has died. So you guys missed a little bit of a part here, but yeah, I got all the paracord cut out there, and yeah, it fit on great. I tried a couple different ways to do it, and that seemed to be the best way to do it. Finally got the fabric cut and fit to the back as well. Trimmed out a little bit more with an X-Acto knife, and got my E6000. Laid it down on all the little seams there, and then I kind of used one of these disposable brushes to just kind of smooth it around. Place the fabric on, and it's on there for life now. Absolutely freaking cool looking. In this part, I'm kind of just trying to figure out how to pull off this freaking, like, you know, woven weird thing on the back of the Ladybug helmet. And, you know, I tried and tried again with a couple different ideas with this, like, little face mask, purple face mask thing that I got. And I actually ended up getting it working really well, but I definitely think if I personally want to wear this, that I'm going to have to build my own coif, because it's a skin-tight ski mask, you know. It's not like a comfort fit, almost like a hoodie. Like a hood from a hoodie would be great. Honestly, that would probably be perfect. But, yeah, I ended up getting it looking pretty cool, at least for the mannequin head, which is kind of the whole reason I'm doing this, just for props. But yeah, super cool. Now that I got that part all sorted out, I was trying to kind of try it on. This is kind of funny, is the only reason I really left it in here, is just me putting this on and like looking around. I was freaking out, dude. I was like, this looks so stinking cool. But I was like, yeah, there's no way I want to be able to rock it. But you can see I'm placing magnets on there now, and they are those fabric magnets I was talking about earlier, and they attach right to it. And yeah, man, that's the thing. That's the guy. It's right here. It's right freaking here, dude. Although one of the fabric magnets just fell off. Okay, well, we'll forget about this part. This is the coolest part, right? Like, that is sick. It looks so good. I'm so stoked. Yeah, see, I wove everything in and out there. Yeah, one of the fabric magnets fell off. It doesn't stick very good to this foam. I just was a little impatient for doing the E6000 because it takes like 72 hours to cure. But yeah, man, freaking cool beans, right? There we go. I got it to stick back. Thank you guys for watching, man. Like I said, if you enjoyed this, let me know in the comments. And what armor should I do next? Let me know. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.